The Nigerian child without a solid mindset cannot take Nigeria to anywhere. And we need a new Nigeria, we need a new orientation, we need a reorientation in Nigeria. If we are talking of development, there can be no development without knowledge. And we are launching this One Child, One Book, One Week project for all schools in Nigeria, both private and public, because we want these children to have a foundation that will make them to be useful to themselves and be useful to the nation. We not only be a rote learner, but a learner that will be thinking critically and that will have the mindset of developing the nation through ideas and knowledge. We are saying reading culture. The culture in it is an habit. Is something that is part of you. Any child that can eat should be able to read, because you have taken eating as a habit. You are eating because you need to eat, but you have forgotten that you need to read also to develop your mindset. Because as reading as eating is good for the body, reading also is good for the mind. Because when the mind, we are having social vices today. Our children does not know what to do today. They don't have vision, they are visionless. Nothing is in their mind. They are like what psychology call tabula rasa, an empty slate. But we are saying that if the mind is loaded with knowledge, such children won't think of evil vices, bad things. They will be thinking of what next. They will be thinking positively. And that's why we need these books to develop a positive mindset, because there is no one that will have a positive mindset that we actually won't have a solution for every problem. And you know, Nigeria is full of problems now, and we need solution providers. We cannot provide solution with an empty mind. We can only provide solution with every loaded mind with knowledge, because it is through the repertoire, the well of knowledge, that you'll be bringing out solutions that will help the nation. And that is why I hate people sitting down just to analyze Nigerian problem. We have done analysis enough. We must come up with solutions now. We must come up with sustainable solutions. This thing, everybody must know that we need to contribute one thing or the other to change the situation of Nigeria. Not that we'll sit down and be destroying this president or destroying that government or saying this. I am a contributor to Nigerian problem. Everyone is a contributor, because the Nigeria you have today is nobody. Nigeria is just an entity, it's a geographical space. I am Nigeria, these children are Nigerians. And if we now have a collection of good people, good thinking, good mind in Nigeria, that means we will have a new Nigeria that is poised to development. We have been discussing the Nigerian education problem for decades. But the only solution is whatever we make these children to read and comprehend. The government is spending trillions of naira from every stage, the primary, the secondary, the tertiary. What are we bringing out of it? Why is it not working? Can't we sit down and go to the bottom line, go to the foundation, and see what is the major thing that is not making this thing to work? What is not making it to work? I have done research on it, and I discovered that these children are not comprehending. Why are we having out of school children? You took me to school today, yesterday, day before yesterday, 5 days ago, one month, 1 week, and I got there. I'm not comprehending what they are saying. I'm just sitting there like a robot, like I'm looking at cinema. Won't I be discouraged? Won't I be disenfranchised in going to that school? That is the major thing why these children are going to school. We are having more out of school children, because these children can't comprehend. They cannot understand what they are teaching them. And this should be the primary thing that the government should look into. Making these children to begin to read and comprehend. When you get to somewhere and you are listening and you are enjoying what they are saying, you won't want to. You will want to come back the second day. How do you want me to come back when I have the football field there that is waiting for me to go and play? Because I can understand football, I can understand my playground, but I can't understand the classroom. What the teacher is saying, I can't understand. So the major problem from our research is comprehension.
So what's the way forward?
The way forward is to begin to train the teachers first. Because the teachers from my research, they actually don't know how to deliver. Mind you, our nation Nigeria is a second language. The language of Nigeria, we are saying the national language is English language. But a child coming from an illiterate home, that's a second language to him or her. It is the mother tongue of that child that he can understand from birth. But you are bringing this child to another level, to that, like a blind school. But you need a skill or some skills to make sure, though they are coming to a second language, but there are some things the teachers will use to draw their attention, probably to teach within the confine of their own already made knowledge. Mind you, they are coming to school with a knowledge. They know the chair in the house. They know there's a table in their house. They know there's a kitchen, there's a spoon, there's a fork. You can translate this to begin a vocabulary. Because you comprehend because of the number of words that you are able to understand. That's what we call vocabulary. So these children does not have any vocabulary, English vocabulary. They had their mother tongue vocabulary. There are so many words that they can understand in their own mother tongue, even at 1 year old. The mother will say, go and bring me a spoon. A year-old girl or boy will go and bring it. That's a vocabulary. It can comprehend a spoon. But on the contrary, the child comes to school, you are now speaking English, you are speaking to him in English, is zero vocabulary. But there are familiar things that you will use to build the vocabulary in relation to the first language you can understand, his mother tongue. So there are skills to this. We need to train the teachers how to deliver.